This plea comes after Local 4 first exposed the issues going on at the Hawthorne Medical Center over 2 years ago.
All right, so let's bring in investigative reporter Karen Drew. So Karen, you've been breaking down developments on this story since you uncovered that active shooter drill at the Children's Hospital. So Karen, it sounds like a state senator is after some accountability.
Yeah, this is a big day, Kim and Damon. A lot of new developments. Senator Weber is taking this seriously. He sent this letter to the director, Elizabeth Hertel of the MDHHS. I want you to take a look at that opening paragraph. It says, I continue to have concerns over your department's engagement with the recipient rights system and making sure that the patients receive the care they deserve. That's that system that you file a complaint. He says it doesn't work. He also goes on to say, I've continued to investigate your department's management of our state hospital system. The deeper I look, the worse it gets. I recently sat down with a state senator to talk not only about his concerns, but an audit that we've been waiting to be completed for a year and a half.
Hi, I'm at 18471 Saturday Road. There was just a report of an active intruder at Hawthorne Center.
What's going on?
Active shooter with AR-15. Two
Active shooter?
Active.
Yes.
It was the phone call and the body cam video of the active shooter drill.
Put your hands on top of your head, facing me. Do it now.
That Local 4 uncovered and exposed that started this whole investigation into the Hawthorne Center, the state's only child psych hospital. Now the children were moved to the Ruther Hospital, and that's where we exposed this. Patients fighting patients and whistleblowers standing up for the children.
They're forgotten that it's a healthcare facility, not a correctional facility.
I've got questions about how those employees that were at Hawthorne still have their jobs. To me, that seems quite questionable.
State Senator Michael Weber says it is time to make some serious changes.
So you ask for the audit, it takes all this time. What's running through your head in terms of why this could be?
I think, you know, as they look deeper, they're seeing more issues that need to be resolved.
The audit that was asked for 2 years ago is due out in June.
Let's talk legislation. Where do things stand?
The first and foremost, we're pushing on legislation that will make sure that all the patients understand what their rights are when they go into these facilities.
The senator also wants to see some new voices on the board that looks over patients' complaints.
Right now, the council is made up of people that are just kind of looking inward, that are trying to protect themselves, trying to protect the system. We need these advocacy groups that are they're a voice for the voiceless, voice for the vulnerable, and they can, I think, advocate.
Now, in the senator's letter to the director, he requests 6 different things, including fixing the issue of unanswered recipient rights complaints. I've been told that some families have waited months for responses to their concerns. Others say they're just ignored. Also, he's asking for access to video footage. We've reported on cases like that where they've asked for the video and they said, oh, yeah, the cameras don't work. He wants these changes done, and he says people need help. By the way, in reference to this letter, he sent it to the director of MDHHS. He also made a copy, sent it to the Auditor General. Remember, that audit is supposed to be due. It's been nearly 2 years. Also is sending it to the House subcommittee, and they're the ones who are overlooking all of this to make sure that things are being done. And I can tell you, folks are upset. So here's the latest. I'm going to post the documents on our investigation right now to clickondetroit.com. We have an extended interview with the senator. I'm going to share that on clickondetroit.com. And then at 8 o'clock on Local 4 Plus, if you missed it, how have we gotten here? I want you to check out the Inside the Investigation special, and that starts with that, you know, that active shooter drill that every time I hear that audio, my heart just stops.
Yeah, the kids just screaming. It's just awful. So you're talking about this audit. It feels like this is something that should have been done.
Right, and the senator is frustrated. He understands the Auditor General. It takes time, but what he's saying is he believes that because they're doing all this research, they're finding mistakes, and they're finding problems. They're finding issues that need to be fixed. It started at summer of 2023. They started working on it in 2024. They're hoping it will be done in June. I also want to know, I posted this on Click On at noon. 3 families have touched base with me this afternoon with individual stories. Just this afternoon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm actually going to be off set tomorrow because I booked an interview because I want to talk to them because I need to get this information out because we need to get this audit done. We need to hold people accountable. These are patients.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll stay on top of it.
Thanks for your hard work, Karen. We appreciate it so much.